In this video, we are going to be analysing Tesla. It's down nearly 6% on the day. Now, why has this happened? Really, again, it's kind of just a few small things kind of all kicking into each other. China, we're seeing a lot more COVID cases, which again, never going to be great for something like Tesla. You also just have growth stocks in general, again, just weaker on the day. So when you see just, again, a lot of small things, but they're kind of just all adding together, which is really hitting Tesla a lot more heavy. But now, to get onto kind of the key technical levels, what we are looking at on Tesla, one thing I would be a bit more bearish on this stock, at least if you're trading it intraday today or tomorrow. Reason for this, firstly, why is it? We got a level here at 172.14. Why is this? If you watch our video on Tesla on Friday, we gave you a trading plan for this and how to trade. We gave you a level to kind of buy this 76, trade that long. It's what we did. But we had another support below it, around $72. Why was this? Going on to the longer term levels, again, we'll get into this more in the video, but coming at around, well, now it's 171.40, but before around 172. We had our first deviation on the 1 year chart. We know this as a strong support. You expect a bounce coming into this level for the first time. And we can see again, what was it now? It's now 171.40. What happened at 171.40? Happened around here. What you saw is kind of a breakthrough. Getting back to retest it again. You always expect kind of a move back to this level. But again, this was the key one, 172. And what happened? We broke down. We came back to retest it, even if you're watching it on the 5 minute. A very clear retest and a fail. This is a good indication that the stock is really bearish. It's respecting that resistances and expecting a continuation to the downside. So again, I would always be a bit more hesitant if you're bullish on the stock as of right now, because again, it's just giving us an instant and kind of an indication that we are more bullish. Obviously, it's better to see this on a longer term time frame, being at least kind of a 4 hour. Once you get it on there, again, very strong. But if you're watching it, say on the 5 or 15, this is still a very good indication, at least for the intraday, but even kind of going into the next few days, it would give me a bit more of a bearish sentiment. So going through that now, what are going to be the key levels going forward? And before we get into these, I did just want to note, if you're looking for a crypto exchange to start trading on, we have a BitGet referral in the description. Again, sponsored by them. You get $30 to sign up for their account. So if you want to deposit some money, you get $330, and that can be all good. And I think right now, for the next 2 days, it's actually $50. So if you are debating signing up within the next 2 days, it's probably ideal, because again, $50 is always going to be better than $30. But anyway, to carry on with the video. Again, we've just hit this 171 support. Again, we're getting a bit of a bounce of it. We'll have to see. Again, be paying attention to the 4 hour and the daily chart on how we actually hold or react to this level. Because again, the longer term time frames are always at the key ones. If we hold above it, especially where we close today, if we can hold or close above really 172 today, might give us a bit more bullish signal. But again, we're still closing below that first deviation on the 4 hour. So again, it's a bit more mixed. It would be something I would probably stay out of. But if we close below 172 or kind of 171 today, that would give me just another bearish signal that Tesla is most likely going to continue breaking past its 52-week low. And if we break that, where are our supports? We have one at 133 going through there. We have another one at $121. If we break through both of these, obviously, these are our next closest levels of support. And what's quite nice on Tesla, these levels aren't usually too far away. I mean, right now it's a 13-point difference on a stock like Tesla. That, I mean, already moved $10 today. Isn't massively different, so it makes it a bit easier to trade, just considering how close these levels are. So again, really, if we get that close, and really the main thing would be a close, come back to retest this as a resistance, and if this fails, really good indication that Tesla will fall probably another 40 points down to around 133. So that would be a key trade and key thing I would be looking at. If we break below, again, I don't think to trade the original breakout. I like the retest, because again, gives you a better entry and gives you a bit more confirmation on the trade. So wait for that breakdown, come back to retest it, and if you get that kind of sell-off candle off here, or you can wait till it breaks the low of the kind of retest. Either or, again, depending on how much risk you want to take and how much confirmation you look for. They're usually just two easier ways to entry, but again, then we would have a target of 133. Could be quite a good trade. If we break through there, we have our next level at $87.50 and $70 or $71. Again, next zone of support. If we break 120, come back to retest it as a resistance and it fails. Again, we would expect a continuation down. Again, be paying attention to $100, obviously a key psychological level. You'll probably see, if you're watching level 2, if Tesla pulls down that far, there is going to be a lot of buyers coming in at 100. So again, it might be very hard to break it if we break it at all, but definitely something to be paying attention to. So $86, $70, if we break that, $43 and $20 as final support levels to the downside. Now, what are some key resistances if we start pushing upwards? We have $223 to around $221. Again, use it as a zone because they're so close together. If we break further, we're looking at $268 to around $271 as that next zone. On the upside, it seems a bit easier to play just because these zones are even tighter. You can see, especially between this 269 and the 271, definitely a big pivot point. You come down to this level multiple times and keep bouncing and having a reaction around this level, just showing this level is very strong and valid. If we break further, we have final levels going to 319, 320 and 360/372. Now, a lot of levels here. Do you need to pay attention to all of them? No, we're currently at 169, so really the key focus is, are we closing below kind of this 171? And actually, again, we'll kind of update this just to get the most accurate level. So 171.40. So if we close below this level, again, the key thing